Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Renowned Explorers. Alright, we're headed out to the Anagogic Archipelago. Our gear is not in the greatest shape and we only have 3 resolve. But still I have hope. I think we can do this. I think this is absolutely doable. I just have to be careful. And unfortunately we will not be able to at any point trade resolve for supplies. Alright. Panic at the Society. Boba the misadventurous has had a misadventure and gone missing. You wouldn't think this is anything to worry about. He gets into this stuff all the time, but apparently we don't trust him to handle this one. Lady Vaduva organized a search party and your crew was the quickest to respond. That's right, us, not Rivalu. Dude's selfish. Definitely. Alright, we have reason to believe he's over thereabouts. The crew's just about to go when a local fisherman warns you. Stranger, you better watch out here. The Temple of Trance is gaining ground. They're being really nice to everyone and giving away free mugs. I don't trust it one bit. Maybe you can get some protection from the ancient stupas. Mystic stuff, man. Sure, where's one of them? Where's one of them at? Alright, so I did a little bit of research on this one. Just to make sure that I wasn't going to do anything silly. And I think we want to activate the green and blue symbols on the stupas. Okay, how are we doing on XP? Yvonne is a single check away from leveling up. So I think, why don't we go here? We'll see if this is a check that's reasonable to roll Yvonne on. And then, once we see whether or not we can get a level on her, we'll go to the encounter. Aha! We have the chance to talk to the leader of the Temple of Trance, Dharma Jagapati. Hello, strangers. Have you heard about the Temple of Trance? Let's talk a little bit. Unlike the other priests that we don't yet know, it seems like this node should maybe spawn further from the entrance, because I think we've seen this as the first node twice. So he's a charming and a joy to talk with. It would really suck to fail this check, but I have absolute faith in Yvonne. I'm only bummed that she is going to get merely a single secret out of this check, whereas the other two would do slightly better. I wasn't worried. Nobody can prove I was worried. What an interesting exchange of words. Dharma was quite convincing and charming, but Yvonne held her own. Dharma is delighted with the dialogue. Ha! It was a pleasure talking with such a genteel soul. Praise be your name. I pretty much just use the same voice for him that I do for Rivalu. Okay, so let's get that level of Beguiler. Alright, now we are all capable of making checks that can award extra secret tokens. And again, there is still some chance that we could get Hojo's crew story. Unfortunately, at this point we won't be able to see the end of it. You know what? I think we're gonna loop like around like this, sort of a curving out S shape. We'll get to this, but I kind of want to see if we can get the campfire story out first, because again, it would be really cool to pull Hojo's camp story before getting treasures. What's this? A small box is floating on the ocean. Hojo fishes it out of the water and looks inside. What a queer collection of trinkets. Hojo wonders who should have praised this find. Unfortunately, it probably shouldn't be any of us. Yeah, I'm not booting speech defense. This is going to be hard enough as it is. Never mind. It'll probably make a nice gift. They don't seem too special, but will still make nice gifts. They don't seem too special. Some things will special, not these. To visit 4 more nodes. You know what? I don't think this is going to happen. I don't think we're going to be able to get the campfire without going to this node. It's fine. We'll just snake around here. Having all this time on the sea inspired Yvonne to write a beautiful poem. Its flow is relaxing and its words soothing like the waves. So, hey, if you're not an English speaker, as I know the devs of this game are not primary English speakers, this is a little bit confusing, but IT''S is a contraction for it is. It's not the possessive it's, like a thing belonging to it. It's just ITS. I know every other possessive in the language uses an apostrophe. That's just the magic of English for you. The only reason we have any rules at all is so we can break them. Alright, let's just get this over with. Priests of the temple surround an ancient ruin. It seems they can't agree on the cryptic clues left behind on the mural. You want to take a closer look, but you're discovered. Strangers, have you already heard of the trance? Free mug? Yeah, I'll take your free mug. Take it out of your cold, dead hands. That's not fair, we probably shouldn't kill them. Alright, emotion spreader sadness. might be doable. None of them are strong against sadness. Alright, so obviously the Master of Trance has to go first. Leaving our party impressed would be dangerous. So what are you weak against? You're weak against Confident. Well, if we go after... wow. Really? 40 speech defense. Well, you know what they don't have is any armor at all. I think the time has come for a great deal of violence. Man, we can't even get the kill, huh? How do we want to do this? It might be wise for us to do something like this. Well, no, we want to open friendly. If we open friendly, we can have our first physical attack do 150% damage. I think I'm probably not getting Emotion Spreader. Then again, I think I probably don't need it. I do have a 30-point lead. I bet Rivalu's final score isn't going to be 68. Yeah, okay. Let's just find a place to drop a friendly hit. I guess it doesn't really matter where. This will nuke this guy's defenses. But we have to consider how we want to leave our people at the end of the turn. If I have Hojo move to here, drop this dude's defenses, leaving Victor to probably one-shot the Master of Trance, then what Yvonne really wants to do is move into the vacated spot and attack. But if I do that, all three of my party members are going to be pretty close together, and we're leaving ourselves vulnerable to this. Although I suppose, if we keep all of our crew adjacent to each other, we can at least have Victor make us all confident at the beginning of our turn and not have to worry about being impressed. But I mean, it really depends on the order they take on their turn. Alright, why don't we try being a little more spread out? So I just won't take advantage of the armor debuff. Oh, it probably has to be Yvonne, right? She has the lowest attack. So she'll hit this guy, start us off. And then Victor might be able to handle this by himself now. Maybe. Oh, Victor. Leaving her at 3. Well, that sucks, but she's got to go. She's far more dangerous than the others. Alright, unfortunately, we're going to get hit 3 times here. Our defenses are not the greatest. Oh no, we're going to get hit 4 times because these guys are super, super fast, too. You know what? I forgot that we moved the attack power buff to Hojo. If I had moved Hojo before attacking, that would have solved the problem right there. Okay, that was bad, but not so bad. So this happens for sure. It's just a free drop. We do this. Victor's Inspiring Strike once again. Not quite able to get the job done. I think we should be okay, though. I think if all 3 of the remaining enemies gang up on Yvonne, she will still be okay, I think? Oh, maybe not. Well, okay, if she dodges one of them, then everything's fine. And these guys are considerably less powerful. We might be able to secure a 1-hit on each of them, actually. Nope, never mind. But this will work at the very least. Hojo cannot stand next to Yvonne while attacking this guy, unfortunately. Oh. Well, I mean, the outcome of this combat is completely settled now. We're going to have to be a little bit more careful than I have been here. We also really need to make sure that we get enough money to max out our equipment after the next expedition. Although, to be fair, we can spend all of the next expeditions... actually, I was going to say we can spend all of our insight on gold, but I suppose we probably ought not to, given that we have spent effort doubling the secret tokens and stuff from insight spending. I don't know. We'll make the choice that makes sense at the time. There should be quite a lot of gold on offer here, and we are going to be getting secret tokens all over the place, each one of which is worth, like, 2.5 collect tokens, so... That'll teach them a lesson in divine humility. And now they'll show you around these ruins to make up for all the trouble. This mural here is pretty interesting. Please let us go. So this mural holds something to discover. But what? The crew will have to go with the interpretation of someone. Now, who is the most qualified archaeologist? Well, it turns out it's nobody, basically. Failure. It doesn't list an actual penalty. Let's find out. You're an archaeologist, Victor. I'm sure you can figure this out. Nope. Okay, so no penalty. The penalty is the opportunity cost of not taking the 3 study tokens that were on the other choice. That's fine. Alright, we accidentally catch a very exotic fish and manage to keep it alive. Victor's eyes are already shining when he thinks of the profit this little fellow will make. So do I want to go this way and then sweep back around, or this way? And, like... Apparently it's a little tricky to avoid the 2-cost movement paths. Just trying to think of the larger implications as far as our direction goes. Let's go this way. Alright, nothing exciting. And here we go. So, Hojo's crew story. Do I want to hold the Eureka? Because Eureka's pretty good. What do we have in Victor's attack slot right now? This is a little bit better than his, I think his... When you pull Veteran... Hold on. This is what I'm talking about. When you pull Veteran, you get the Decorated Rapier. The Decorated Rapier is a Victor-only offensive item that gives 10 attack power, 10 speech power, and I believe Diplomat Customs. It's Diplomat something. I think it's Customs. Or wait, is it Etiquette? It might be Etiquette. So that wouldn't be a great play. I'm trying to figure out what our last 2 should be. The first one should probably be raising the bar, but I'm not sure if I want to hold the Veteran. Probably not. We'll probably have a better access to a better weapon. Eureka doesn't make any sense to play during the 5th expedition. I mean, I'm going to hold that, probably. Instead of spending time with the crew, Hojo is categorizing your finds all alone. He mumbles something about increased efficiency. Victor thinks something is up and asks Hojo if there's a problem. Hojo turns around and says... Ooh, what does he says? He says... I don't actually... Okay, I don't think Victor is an adequate explorer. Whoa! Victor is so shocked he's gone blind. But he still knows where Hojo is. Because he can smell him, I guess? What? Victor can't help but be a little offended. Victor tries to keep it cool and asks what seems to be the problem. Hojo tries to be polite, bows down toward Victor, and quietly whispers in Victor's ear what he thinks. Victor is appalled. Wow. He calls him uninformed or slow of mind. Slow of mind, I'm assuming... I mean, right, obviously that makes me think of quick thinker. I don't know what uninformed could be. Maybe this is a chance to award some more quick thinker ranks? Hey, I'm not slow of mind! Hojo nods disappointedly. Victor could really train his mind to become more of a quick thinker, but Hojo's not a bad guy and offers to help. Later. Victor is offended and a bit sad, like Hojo's such a perfect explorer. Okay, so he's acquired a little bit of dislike of Hojo. That's a fine set of stats. Victor's speech defense is probably getting pretty good, right? 35, it's not bad. Oh, these nodes don't connect. Okay, well there's absolutely no reason not to go here first. Do I want to maybe, like, bounce all the way around? I wasn't really thinking about my pathing, apparently. Yeah. Okay, we'll get there. Now that's something you've never seen before. A group of ape men hunters. You believe the correct term is orangs. They give the crew a look. You look quite capable. Maybe you would like to join us in a hunt. Together we could get a feast together. Yeah, sure. That was a good hunt. The crew takes their part and bids the orangs farewell. Wow, I didn't have to do anything. Just free supplies. That's cool. Alright, the mist banks make it almost impossible to explore here. The crew still managed to traverse the area, but found nothing. Alright, so we don't want to activate red. Let's get green. The heavy sound of kettle drums come from the stupa. The crew looks around, a bit confused. What just happened? Well, the crew's magically acquired more status is one thing. Alright, some priests of the trance are handing out free mugs on the sea. You try to evade them, but they persist until you accept their junk. Well, you know, it could be worse. Oh, you're kidding me. I couldn't get Collector of Campaign? Ugh. Well, I should get that, unless it ends before I get 2 encounters. And I'm a little worried about just veering off to grab this encounter because our supplies are a little thin. We have to get back to here, obviously. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, man, birds. Oh, the birds. The birds are the worst thing. Alright, if we're going to lose any renown anywhere out here before the boss, it's going to be these birds. Okay, so we've got 2 in the middle, 1 to our left, and 2 way over here to our right. Now, the good news is they are weak to confident. The bad news is they are strong against Satin. So I was thinking we could lead with a good Satin, but you know, we could lead with a good Insult as well. And this debuffs them, right? Minus 25% speech? Yeah, so we'll start like this. That'll give us a nice, nice friendly damage bonus. So this is 110 times 30, 110% of 38, so in the neighborhood of 42. This is 125% of 30, which is what? Wow, brain. A quarter of 30 is 7 point something, so... Okay, so these end up, it ends up being that Victor's going to do more damage on the initial hit. Can Victor bring down one of these birds by himself? He cannot, but he should be able to bring down one of the already injured ones. And then I suspect that Hojo will not be able to finish this one off. Well, maybe, if we get a little bit lucky. But this will end us friendly. Which is both good for our defenses and good for... Uh-oh. This attack seems to have some animation issues. Okay, it did defeat the bird. Yeah, good for both our speech defense and for mood switcher. And then obviously we end the combat aggressive for all of the sweet, sweet rewards. But you can't go aggressive too early against an enemy that's devoted to deviousness. So he has... Also, they don't have any speech defense, so it's certainly going to be easier to deal with them this way. Oh, you know what? I should have moved her adjacent to Victor before having her attack so that she could get confident off of him. Yeah, because now it's actually really dangerous to heal her with Hojo. Let's have Hojo end adjacent to Victor. Okay, so we're not going to be able to bring them down in one turn with aggressiveness. Victor, who is best suited to something like that... You know what? I think we're going to do this. This will heal the other two and set them to confident. We're just going to endure one attack from one bird with the speech penalty. I don't think he should be capable of one-shotting us or anything. And then on the next turn, obviously, we will trivially defeat him. Actually, he's being clever, though. He's standing in such a way that we can't group up on him very well. Yeah, this will soften him up. I don't know how you manage to impress anybody with a bird stapled to your face, Hojo. I'm not gonna lie, after how many really horrible times I've had dealing with these birds in the past, defeating them that way feels pretty good. You've dealt with these birds adequately. Hojo is proud of the character the crew showed. The horribly violent character. Alright, these priests seem to be very busy managing some resources for a nearby temple. Currently, they're busy with the inspection of all the free mugs. Their leader, who seems to be called Dharma Jagapati, is overseeing these inspections. He looks nice. You could take advantage of the situation and inspect some other goods yourself. Minus 15 grit would drop her probably by 10 to 15% dodge. And I do have 2 tools. Yeah. Let's remove as much chance as possible here. I really do want these supplies. Alright, got it. Those stupid monks were too busy with their mugs and talking to their boss Dharma Jagapati to notice Yvonne stealing their golden supplies. This is what you get for polluting your inventory with free junk. We did it. We did it, guys. Okay, so what we want to do is move along this path, hit this treasure node, go to here, activate the green symbol on the stupa, which will allow us to teleport to the location of the treasure, and then hopefully from there to the exit is a short walk. Hojo looks deep into the water. Victor jokes that Hojo's reflection indeed looks magnificent today. Of course, that's not what's going on. Hojo could swear he saw a light shimmering deep in the water. Maybe someone can dive it up. No thank you. See? Athlete tenacious, right there. Very important. Obviously, we will not be going after this. On second thought, that seems too risky. The crew continues their voyage. An awful lot of wrong twos, it seems like, in this expedition. Sea gave the crew enough time to appraise all kinds of little baubles they've found on their journey. Some are actually worth something. One of them, unfortunately, is a free mug. It's true, though, I do heart trance. Oh, come on! The node before I was going to get the treasure? I have great furious anger. Hojo remembers a tale of mystical talking heads. This must be the place. A group of 3 talking monkey heads having fun with each other. That's what he said. This is weird. Hojo thinks about interacting with these folks. Yeah, of course we should talk to statues. Why wouldn't we talk to statues? Hojo quietly introduces himself to the talking heads. They turn around angrily, which is impressive considering they're made of stone. Hey, we were talking. I hate people when they're not polite. We will now kill you with our curse. Ha ha ha. Unless you convince 2 of us not to kill you by amusing us. Because this is a democracy that they're running here. Alright, I don't know if we're going to be good at passing these. So this check requires archaeology. Not so good. This is a diplomacy check, which we are actually extremely good at. Plus 30% from diplomat politics. Wow. Yeah, okay, let's hit that. The 2 have an intense but polite discussion about the state of the empires. Victor's pretty sure all those empires will surely fall, and the talking head is intrigued by his arguments. Very well, I think you deserve to live. That's good, that's a good start. Okay. This guy wants push-ups. Well, 33% is not that much better than what we had here, is it? Oh, was it Victor who was good at this one? Yeah, Victor's the only person who has... Okay. Well, 50 push-ups. Now. Yeah, alright. Let's see if we can do it. Minus armor would be annoying, but it wouldn't, I think, be as bad as minus speech defense. Oh, okay. But the real penalty would be that this would mean we wouldn't get the treasure, so I'm glad we passed that. And 50. It wasn't easy, especially after having such a rough expedition ahead already. The head is mildly impressed. Okay. When he has nothing to say, his lips are sealed, but you know what that means. The talkative one speaks. Oh, we are quite surprised. This encounter was so refreshing that we want to give you a souvenir. Ah! His mouth opens far wide, far wide. That's the maximum amount of wide. Inside, Hojo can see a treasure. Carefully, he reaches out to get it. Okay, so the treasures here give treasure hunt tokens, and then also we got a treasure hunt token from our research paper. So we could gain 2 more treasure hunt tokens, or 2 more treasure hunt tokens, or 17 collect tokens. Plus 5 gold from collect is not a bad call either. So what's a treasure hunt is worth that. 17 collect tokens is going to be worth... this isn't exactly right, but let's just say 20 for the sake of making this really easy. This is actually way better, I think. It gives us less status, but it gives us more research, and actually I suspect we will not need as much status as we're going to get over the course of the rest of this game. Alright, how nice to have met such legends. So that was the last of our tools. I'm doing a little bit cautious here. Alright, let us activate the green Komodo dragon symbol. The heavy sound of kettle drums come from the stupa. The tremors from the ground reveal a secret area. Oh no. That's not very close to the exit at all. I would really like to be able to investigate the map right now. We're going to take a hunger penalty if we go this way. Alright. This island just emerged from the ground. It must have been some of the mystical power of the ancient stupas. The crew lands their boat to see what's going on here. What a weird place. The nature here is vibrant, which is weird considering it just came out of the ocean. Even weirder, there are bird cages. Oh no. They're in the form of stupas, a weird sight. The birds seem to be missing, though. Well, let's focus on getting rich, I guess, because again, I think we probably have enough status. But then Hojo sees a weird sight. A monkey runs off from the crew in glee and laughter. You don't know what's going on, but Hojo's experience as explorer tells you that monkeys mean trouble. It's true, I've never seen that not be true. The monkey then returns with an army of birds. That little buffoon must be the keeper of this island. Whatever may come, getting past this warden will probably lead to treasure. The crew is ready to see if it can face another devious barrage. Well, if anybody on Earth is ready, it's Victor. But I'm a little concerned that we may be in a situation where we are totally doomed. Okay, wow, that's a lot of birds that are starting all right on top of each other. Or right on top of us. Not your average friend-boosting blue monkey. Okay, so we're going to get hit by 3 birds, probably, because I doubt we can take 3 down. This would be a really cool time to have a stun. Well, why don't we go over here? We'll do the same thing we did last time to open up the bird encounter. Is there a way for me to do this so that we end up adjacent to each other? Yeah, okay. If I have... There's not a way for me to stand so that all of our party members end up adjacent. These birds have 4 moves, so 1, 2, 3, 4... There's... yeah. Hojo could make it so that he can't get hit by standing on the far side of this bird. The Supreme Tactics buff, by the way, should make it possible for us to ensure that we down the enemies in wow, yeah, again with that, in situations where we would not otherwise be able to. I don't think the red bird is as fast, so I guess we're only going to get hit twice, actually. In fact, the red bird is just leaving. That's strange. Okay, now remember she does have a self-heal. Okay. That's... Huh. He enraged the bird without doing any damage to it. Weird. I mean, I guess there's a lot of weird stuff happening here, though. So, we do have Deride. Unfortunately, I don't think Deride is going to heal me for that much. Looks like the game is, each tick mark represents 10 health. So 10, 20, 30. The game is suggesting it will do about 30 damage, which will heal her for 17-ish. It's not that bad, actually. I'm guessing 34 or 35, so 17 points of healing. If we could get her out of being sad before doing the attack, it would be better, but I don't think we if only one of them had hit her with the satin, she would totally have been within rescue range, but not what happened, unfortunately. Ah, shoot. We can't one-shot the other bird. Oh, well. So we probably don't want to end the round aggressive, then. Not with one of these birds still up and next to us. Okay. That means we can go aggressive, though. Hojo? Uh-oh. Help? Did he... That's interesting. It turned us aggressive, but the attack didn't fire? Because Hojo still has his turn left. Uh-oh. We may have to, quit out to the menu and try to load this fight again. Yeah, okay. Let's give this a moment. Can he use this attack? Nope, all of his animations are horribly broken. Okay, save and quit to main menu. We'll just continue. That's strange. We've seen that buff related to his... I don't know if it is in fact related to the attack, but we've seen the animation bug start a couple of times now from that one attack. Alright, we'll reveal the secret area. Yep. I'll be super bummed. Like, I don't know if there's a position where it could have appeared that would have been much worse. Okay. Get rich. Monkey. Birds. Okay. So maybe we should try not to use Hojo's giving flowers ability, since it seems to sometimes gently break the game. But unfortunately, I don't think there's a way for him to contribute outside of that that's nearly as good. If I did something like... Yeah, he's not going to be able to take somebody down with a physical attack, and if he did, it wouldn't be that great anyway. This is actually, like, a super bummer. I mean, again, it may not actually be related to that ability. It might be that I'm going to take an extra hit here for nothing. Yeah, I want to do something friendly because I want to get over to friendly for the speech defense bonus. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Reaching out is, for some reason, just this game, because we had Hojo in another game where he was fine, right? Maybe it's related to him being captain for some reason? Okay, well that's pretty lucky. This time the Redbird wants to fight us. The game decided we got too lucky with the dodges. It needs to put us in our place, I guess. Okay, well... And these two are just gonna duel, I guess. It's a strange encounter. We'll handle this in a minute, though. How do we want to do this? Victor should still be able to... No, he was not able to one-shot one of them before. That's right. He, Well... Victor and Yvonne working together can take down one bird. Hojo can finish off the one that's already injured. It's not totally ideal. That bird feels fantastic. That bird is extremely impressed with sweeping a beach. Right? This looks like sandy ground to me. Seems to me that sweeping is maybe not the most effective thing here. Man, I'm going to be really annoyed if I have to lose a point of resolve because of this bug. Alright, it's weird that the bird keeps enraging or that the monkey keeps enraging the bird, but somehow without doing any damage to him. Alright, let's just commit. We need to start building up the aggressiveness points. And I think between Yvonne and... oh, I didn't move Hojo. I gotta move Hojo first. Yvonne could have benefited from his aura there. It might even have been enough damage. Probably not, but it could have been. Yeah, it might totally have been enough damage to bring the guy down. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. He's not going to do anywhere near enough damage to down somebody. So, are we supposed to save the monkey? I guess I'm going to try to save the monkey. The monkey has a lot of health, so we probably have a... we have a minute here. So we'll just advance while healing. For the moment. Okay. Good stuff. And I guess we will attempt to rescue this monkey. It looks like we probably have another 4 or 5 turns to get over there, so I'm not too worried about it. Receive 9 or less speech damage from a single ability. Well, there's no way. These birds have... well, I guess they only have 25 speech. Their attack must have some unusual scaling then, because they do an awful lot of damage for only having 25 speech. Run, monkey. We'll save you. Maybe, eventually. Oh, Hojo can actually hit him. Hojo is really fast. In general, scouts are. These two are not going to be able to do that. Okay, well, we've managed to have distracted him at least. The monkey just heal him? This is a strange encounter. This encounter is strange. Am I supposed to beat up the monkey? I guess let's beat up the monkey. Combat didn't end, so... Hey, you! Clean up your act! Ha! Can you believe it took me till episode 4 to do that? Alright, the Keeper respect you. Good. I want respect. I want him respect me. The Monkey Warden stops. He bows his head in respect for your strength. That's right. Finally a simian that understands the power of humans. Even better, it seems he wants to show us something. The monkey takes something hidden inside a secret stupa bird cage. It's pretty clear you never would have found it without his help. When the crew opens the chest given to them by the monkey, they're flabbergasted. What an amazing treasure! +1 treasure hunt for each 2 levels of engineer or rogue. Okay, so that would be 2 treasure hunt tokens. Yeah, we don't have any other. 8 collect tokens is not as much gold as 2 treasure hunts. Oh no, it totally is. Yeah. The other thing we can do is take an average of 2 gold per collect tokens is going to be 120-ish gold right this second. Which is less probably than we get from the 8 collect tokens, but I bet it's more by the end of the... Yeah, maybe I should have taken the +5 gold from collect tokens on the previous treasure. What a weird place and weird adventure. The crew's happy to have such an ancient treasure. Not quite as happy about what it means for our prospects on the boss fight, right? So 2 supplies, 1 supply. Man. And then we take a bunch of hunger penalties. At least 3, it looks like. Ugh. I don't know why it had to, why did the location have to be backwards? Okay, so it looks like 1, 2... Ah, no, there is no connection coming out of the node in this direction. So you have to go this way. Here comes the hunger penalty. Except for the unusually thick mist, the crew finds nothing in this part of the ocean. Victor loses attack power. Pretty hugely bad. Fortunately, there's a supply node right here. Fishing Frenzy. Managed to catch 3 supplies worth of tuna. Okay. So, we definitely can't go this way with it costing 2 supplies. We can go this way. The crew is quietly cruising on the swimming Albatross 2 when Hojo notices a weird structure below the water's surface. Hojo decides the crew should go for a small dive. Hojo should be the one to do it, since he's, like, the athlete and everything, but apparently he's not going to do that. Let's see what's down there. Why, it's an ancient stupa. Again, we don't really want the red ones. Alright, the heavy sound of a gamelan comes from the stupa. The crew looks around a bit confused. What just happened? Alright. So, I mean, what are the odds that we find anything else of value? I guess the smart thing to do is to go here, in case it might be the hidden hoard, then here, and then we can leave. Or we can get lucky. And that's why we did it this way. Alright, some more supplies means that we can... Yeah, we can check out this direction. There's not going to be anything for us at the trader. We don't have the money to buy anything from him, and we really can't afford to trade any resolve, I don't think. Alright, well, there's the other stupa, but there's no way we can do that. So we just go here. There's some dangerous shallows here. Minus speech defense. No thanks, we'll just take 2 collect tokens, and then we will bail. Alright, you don't take hunger penalties at the final node, as long as you actually do the boss fight, so we didn't have to worry about running out of supplies here. I have to say, our haul is not 100% what I was hoping, but onward we go. The climb was exceptionally boring. To cope with the boredom, Yvonne started an a cappella song, and the crew managed to sing 47 verses in sync. Also a real achievement. At the top of the mountain, the crew finds a small shrine. The crew wonders what's beyond these doors. What a weird little room. The room is flanked by waterfalls, and a sentient door guards the passage ahead. Incredible. Play Conclack with me. Win and you may pass. I went a little bit less deep and a little bit more creepy, in accordance with his face. He kind of looks like a bat, but also then he has side ears. Alright, let's play this stone face. I think we should be pretty good at Conclack. Yep. Get that secret token. Victor is a Conclack champion, it turns out. You'd think the door would be impressed, but instead, lame. You got lucky. Hacks. I'm gonna... something your mom. Salty door. He still opens, though. Victor's technical prowess has made us a path forward. Behind the door waits a real surprise, a beautiful valley surrounded by mountains. It's another long way down, but it seems there's some sort of holy site further up ahead. We arrive at the holy site. Amazing for sure. Some beautiful statues with ruby eyes. Yvonne casually wants to traverse the holy site when... Stroom! That's not a good laser noise. Laser noise! You know what lasers sound like. You've been playing video games. Did those statues just shoot lasers? The eyes of the statues light up. Indeed. They fire lasers. That's a pretty good kind of statue. Now see, I don't know if I would describe this as an eye, but... that's awesome and terrifying at the same time. Hojo looks at the tiles on the floor. They're marked with mysterious symbols. There must be a hidden path here. This is not great for us. We have a little bit of roguishness. Yeah, Yvonne can get us through here. Yvonne will distract and sabotage their defenses. I think the other check is an archaeologist check, right? Yeah, and you get shot if you do it wrong. Yvonne, cheat us through this maze. Yvonne thinks a little and then throws a few heavy rocks on the floor close to the laser-firing statues. The statues blast the rock with such force that it flies around the floor. This keeps the statues occupied, blasting the rocks every time they touch down. If the crew is quick, it can pass the defenses while the statues play laser ball. Not that I wouldn't rather stop and play laser ball, because that sounds great. And there, behind that holy field, you find a whole group of priests of the Temple of Trance. They surround an altar, with on it nobody less than Bobo the Misadventurous, tied down. Is he tied down? He doesn't look tied down. You're assuming this is not a birthday party, because who would invite a clown to a birthday party? Seriously, not cool. Alright, we know the deal. We've done this a bunch of times. Please stop sacrificing our friend, and also, we're gonna have to destroy you. We tried asking nicely. Now comes the part where we stab people. At this point, I don't know how he hasn't heard of us. Our status and fame are beyond compare. Alright. So he's remarkably easily impressed, and he only has 10 armor. I don't anticipate this being particularly difficult. Our combat challenge is inconvincible, which is, again, really borderline unfair. 10 or less speech damage, it's not that likely to happen. We can sadden one of these guys and try for it. I don't know. I don't have high hopes. So they're weak against Excite. What does a Peace Treaty look like? A Peace Treaty looks like vastly insufficient damage. Alright, let's fall back and just rough a couple of them up, I guess. Yeah, we'll just go straight to crushing skulls. I mean, sweeping men gently with gentleness. I would never crush somebody's skull. Or stab them with a sword in such a way that they die. Alright. I'm going to make this dude sad. Now he has very poor speech power. Oh, I forgot about her double speechify. Hopefully we can get a nice low... because that only does 12. Yeah, hopefully we can get a nice low hit out of here. 10. It was 9, wasn't it? Oh no, it was 10 or less. Okay. Never mind, I figured it out. Everything's fine. Aww. I liked her being excited. That was going to make her self-heal so much more effective. Okay. A persistent rhetorician who can leave people grasping for words. Yeah, his hat probably has a lot to do with that. So do I want to do the power strike? I think... if we're going to do the power strike, we do it over here, right? Help get Yvonne out of danger. Or carry her 100% out of danger, in fact. Can she catch both of these guys with a cone? Yeah, but it won't be enough. They're actually pretty resistant to enrage, unfortunately. Is she better off just punching? She is better off just punching. You know what? We always are. I don't know why I even doubt it anymore. Okay, and all three of us... well, both people who are not Victor get to end their turn adjacent to Victor, which is good for our attitude maintenance. That's true, I do love free mugs. Okay, well they've both gone after her, but they've done it while she's standing on a healing space at least. We definitely have to go for the... no, and it does damage based on, or it heals based on the damage inflicted. So the only one she can actually hit with it to do meaningful damage is this one over here. No, it won't do any damage at all. What is going on here? Why is her speech so tanked? Oh no! She's been left speechless. I can hardly imagine a worse fate. There's no way I can hit 3 of them with this. That's pretty bad. She might lose a point of resolve here. And we can help her out by just removing some enemies. Because you've got to lower the number of incoming attacks, right? What if I ran over here? I could do pretty good damage. She kind of needs to hit a normal guy, though. I'd love for her to stay put, but I really want her to lower the number of attackers. Alright, so if Hojo moves over adjacent to her before she attacks, is that going to be... Yep, that is enough attack power to bring one down. And then Hojo is going to separate a little bit. He cannot get adjacent to the AoE attacker, unfortunately. Alright, well, 2 attacks, but one of them will be an area attack, which pretty much guarantees that Yvonne goes down. Okay, that wasn't that much damage. And we get her out of, being impressed immediately. Yeah, that's not a lot of healing. I mean, it might be enough to keep her up through another attack, though. Then Hojo can finish off you, hopefully. Nope, did minimum damage. Okay, well, I think it's probably worth finishing the job. Okay, and he's not going after Yvonne, because he is a fool. Alright, so is he immune to enrages? Resistant. Okay, so our best play is going to be to make him confident, and then just punch the crap out of him. Thanks to Victor losing strength, or losing attack power, he doesn't actually do less damage than Hojo anymore. This is going to be a little bit of a slog. I'm glad we upgraded our confident emotion with the armor debuff, though. I don't think we're in a tremendous amount of danger, because like I said, I don't think he can take down Yvonne in one hit, and if she took significant damage, we could just make sure to heal her on the next turn. And we should have confident or Inspiring Strike back, right? Yeah. Now we're even basically at full health. Alright, I guess he doesn't spawn more dudes, or maybe it just takes him too long to spawn extra packs of dudes, but this turned out to be a pretty easy boss fight, actually. Alright, well that wasn't nearly as bad as I was afraid it would be. I thought we were going to lose some renown for sure. To be fair, we did not do the very difficult bird encounter with the treasure. The one that has like the 9 or 10 birds or something. Ha! They give away free mugs, but receive free cups of whoop-ass. And as always, we free our clown. He gives us a sweet treasure and a new entourage member. Plus 5 gold from collect tokens, I think is the right thing to do. We don't actually really care about the extra renown. We'll pass 5,000 and we might not get to 75. Yeah, it's fine. Let's take plus 5 gold from collect. Storytelling and sense of humor. Okay, I think Yvonne will learn sense of humor. Because I think it's easier to get a hold of storytelling from other sources. Yeah, that was an okay one. That went alright. It went well enough that I feel pretty confident we will win the game. Only 3 treasures, though. That's an embarrassment, for sure. The good news is we made a lot of money, which is good. We need a lot of money to potentially be able to win this game. We're going to buy a lot of equipment before Shangri-La, which is definitely where we are going last. I don't know how much status we're going to need for the final here. We only have the one entourage shop left to buy from. It's definitely not going to take us as much status as we pulled. We did really well last expedition. Alright. We don't know Revolu's porcelain points anymore, but like, who cares? I'll take your challenge. And then we unlock Rio de Janeiro because we're about to unlock Sydney with research. Bam. Unfortunately, we do not probably get to buy anything from the what do you call it? From the secret shop. Well, actually, you know what? I know that we spent a lot of effort buffing up this insight spend, 66 to 87 gold. But honestly, I think we're probably going to end up going for treasure hunt tokens instead at this point. We're no longer collecting status for the purpose of porcelain points. And we really we need more money for gear. Okay, so our next research paper would be over 200 research away. I think we probably don't get to write another one. We now have just as much renown from gold as we do from status, though. So we're going to kind of just, I guess, audible into being a gold-focused party. So, 10 to 15 gold from encounters, plus 10 status from campaign tokens. We are going to get encounters, right? Well, we could at least. So this is 90 to 137, this is 71 to 107. So this is like 90-ish gold, and this is like 115? So if we were getting an extra 10 to 15 gold from encounter tokens, that still wouldn't be enough to make this a better spend. So we're probably going to go this way. Meaning that we are looking at 25 to 30 status 13 times. Let's assume it's just 25 for the sake of simple calculation. That'll be 325-ish with a little bit of slop. So that's not actually a huge amount of extra status. It's enough to buy out, but not enough that I'm going to buy helpers beforehand, I think. So what do we need? We don't have anything that affects our insight spending, right? Nothing that makes us... Yeah. Nothing that makes us get particular benefits from spending insight with any person. We didn't get Tales from the Wild or Cultural Awareness. So we don't need to do any reconfiguring before spending our insight. None of these will affect the way we spend insight, right? Oh, well, I mean, we do buy this first. So the spend we're doing is just going to be collect tokens and treasure hunts. I think we do end up going after... Well, what are the odds that we end up with more encounter tokens than campaign tokens? Actually pretty low, I think. So 600 plus another 1200 is 1800. So I guess we do buy some... We buy some merchants before doing our spend. We definitely will not need more than 1800 status. Where's a place that actually sells me merchants? Okay. Now, in addition, like I said, we're gonna end up getting around 300 more status, I would assume. So we can probably buy down to like 1500. Yeah, that should be fine. And now we just go ahead and spend. This should get us just enough status to be able to finish buying out the Entourage Hall, and hopefully enough money to outfit everybody. It's going to be 3,900 just to get us... Actually, they're 1,350, aren't they? So a little over 4,000 just to get us all top-tier offensive items. Actually, a little bit more than that, because we have to upgrade the shop, too. And that's without considering the cost of any trinkets we might want to have. Okay, we rolled really well on status and ended up beating the expected value by a little bit. Okay, so Victor is a level 4 diplomat. Hojo is a level 4 quick thinker. We could get one of these active. I'm going to go for the diplomat. Politics and languages. Yeah, he doesn't have languages yet. We might be able to get him a level 6 diplomat. So let's take you up to 5. Oh, I didn't calculate in the cost of the upgrades. Shoot. I screwed myself. That's not good. Okay, what can we do without? We could probably do without this tier, actually. Yeah, that's a very silly mistake to make. Well, I mean, we can still buy our Renowned Explorer Theodore. We just won't be able to buy Luis Lobos. Which, of course, means Lewis of the Wolves. Okay, so Charms and Seduction. Unfortunately, she has both of those already. So that could be better. We can give her some Stealing or Bluffing. Yeah, okay. I'll have Yvonne learn to steal more effectively. Survivalist, Tactician, Archaeologist. A level 6 Tactician is not considerably better than a level 5 Tactician. Give us a couple more tokens, I guess. Yeah, alright. Guerrilla and Weapons Expert. He could learn a little bit about guerrilla fighting. Well, he actually doesn't have Weapons Expert somehow. Yeah, even so. Alright, yeah, now we have 463 left. Well, this will still be a fair amount of extra renown. And that means we can hire something else. Probably you. Yeah. Okay. So, 4,779 money. This stuff's like completely off the table, right? Well, that's right. The defensive items from here are not actually much more expensive than the top tier defensive items from the other shops. Well, they're also not actually better outside of the perk, right? Oh no, they give a little bit of offensive stat. That's interesting. But I think what we really want to up is our punching power more than anything. And getting rid of these free mugs will give them to the shopkeeper. Like, a bunch of people with legendary yellow gloves, I'm just really laying into our confident targets. I think this is the thing that's going to make our whole strategy work out the best. So let's sell all of the gloves. Our defense is composed primarily of standing far away from the enemy. So what else do we want to pick up? Quick Thinker. A little bit more Diplomat would be cool. Etiquette and Customs. He has both of those, doesn't he? No, he doesn't have Etiquette. There are a couple of cheaper points of Diplomat. He has Customs. Yeah. He has Negotiations, and he also has Languages, which is the other really cheap Diplomat trinket, unfortunately. Alright, there's not another one I'm forgetting? No, it doesn't look like it. We could... No, there's no way we can buy him a defensive item, but Diplomat Generous... No, he has that one too. Ah. What a bummer, man. Yeah, there's no way to get him up to Diplomat 6. And it's not strictly necessary. Rogue 5... Beguiler 5 is pretty good. Yeah, you know what? We're probably pretty well set. We could get some more Quick Thinker, maybe? But maybe I should just buy defensive items, because we're actually pretty weak on defense. So if we go for, like, we go for a 700-point defensive item on somebody. Or, if I sold one of these, if I sold these two, we could do 450s on Yvonne and Victor. That'll probably do, actually. So let's get a Master Memento. And we may as well sell that and get some Master Armor. And that leaves us with 120. So what's a cheap perk that somebody would like? Do you have Stamina? You do not have Stamina. So we can do that. Athlete Stamina. We can get a single point of a perk group that we don't have any of. That's an option. Calipers are not bad. Secret Shop doesn't have anything cheap. So yeah, it's like 5 attack power and classical physics. Or... She does not have Beguiler Storytelling. Yeah, what the heck. That's a little bit of extra grit for her, as well as a little bit of extra speech power. And honestly, our offensive stats are pretty good. Alright, well, I think we are ready to rock. So, come back next time. That's all for today. Come back next time. We're headed to Shangri-La, and fingers crossed, maybe I can finally show you guys the Yeti on camera. Here's hoping. I will see you then.